bobo siya.
Yeah.
Talagang napakabobo, no?
Yeah.
O nagtatanga-tangahan siya, no? Panood ko yung interview niyo kay Tatay Digong kagabi, no? At meron nga akong clip doon na shinare ko na talagang nakakamiss, no? Anyways, doon sa mga nasalanta ng Typhoon Katrina, no? I hope you're doing okay and then that they could manage. At sa mga kapwa ko Bisaya from Cebu, mayong adlaw kaninyong tanan.
Sir, we just showed a video clip, no, a report. We saw a report about poverty in our country right now. So one of those things that really kind of upsets me so much is what Larry Gadon said. Larry Gadon is the presidential advisor on poverty, no, by the president. So ang sinabi niya, haka-haka lang, ini-imagine niyo lang, kasi ang definition niya ng poverty ay yung hindi ka na makapunta sa mall or wala kang sasakyan, at saka yung index niya ng kagandahan ng ekonomiya ay traffic, no? Traffic kasi maraming sasakyan. So that shows to me, no, that the presidential advisor on poverty is very very ignorant about poverty and very flippant, as well as parang he lacks compassion, no? Parang, at saka yung kaalaman that he would say something like this. So what do you think about that, sir?
Simple. It's a simple question, Doc Lorraine. Bobo siya.
Yeah.
Talagang napakabobo, no? O nagtatanga-tangahan siya, no? Kasi nga, yung mga metrics na he was citing are not actually the metrics that you use to measure poverty.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes.
So, a lot of people know that, no? It doesn't take rocket science to know kung ano yung poverty incidence ng isang bansa, no? All you have to do is look at statistics from the PSA, no? And in fact, no, sa report nyo nga, it was first quarter, no, 46%. Merong Q2 report, no? Q2 survey, no, second quarter survey ng Pulse Asia. Lumobo from 46% to about 58% na yung self-rated poverty natin ngayon, which is the highest in 16 years.
Yes.
Highest only doon sa 2008. That's 16 million families who consider themselves poor. And at an average number of 4 members in each Filipino family, it's around 4.15, round off na lang natin sa 4. That's 64 million Filipinos considering themselves impoverished. That's more than half of the 115 million Filipino population. So talagang napakabobo at napaka-irresponsible nitong si Gadon. Ay, yun na nga ang opisina na nga niya eh. It's just a political accommodation eh. Wala namang silbi yan eh. Di ba?
Oh, sir. Sir, kasi yung I've tried my best to study poverty, no? So, and it doesn't seem like this man did his homework again. No, so for instance, like you said, yung indices of poverty, it's not yung kotse or yung laman ng mall or punta ka sa McDonald's, kasi yun yung mga minention niya, no, na very shocking because he's supposed to be the presidential advisor nga on poverty. The indices are housing, education, healthcare, job creation, clean water, access to information, etc. Diba? He doesn't seem to even know that. So my question to you and to Mark is, what does this say about the Marcos administration that you would have such a person of such dearth of knowledge, no, about poverty? He's supposed to be advising the president on this.
Well, it's a reflection of the total incompetence of Bongbong Marcos and his whole administration. That I can say. Kasi nga, if you have a quality leader, a quality president, yung lahat ng mga polisiya mo, yung lahat ng mga gusto mong gawin, will redound to, even to the barangay tanod, no? Naranasan na natin yan sa panahon ni PRRD, no? And it seems that this government ay parang wala na eh, walang cohesion, tapos walang direction, precisely because very weak nga yung leadership, no? Yung mga ahensya ng gobyerno ay walang kumpas. Kung mayroon mang kumpas, they are ignoring it and are more concerned of their political preservation and economic gains. So yun.
Ay, Mark,
Yeah, well, the appointment of Larry Gadon as presidential advisor on poverty is ill-suited dahil he has no experience at all.
So it's
with
just
re-
really a political accommodation.
Yun ang gusto ko nga sabihin, that this was just an accommodation because he is a very loyal supporter of the president and the first family, and the Marcos family. So, yung binigay sa kanyang trabaho, makikita din naman natin ngayon na hindi naman niya talaga ginagampanan Because he is not even at the forefront of addressing poverty.
What's he doing?
He is now being like
Attack dog.
a propaganda person of the administration.
You know, this is one thing about this administration talaga. It's so weak that it needs attack dogs, no? And attack dogs on a high level, like the PCO is just, during my time, because I was part of the communications of the president, no? It was so different, no? We understood our mandate. It was really to bring the programs, to communicate the programs, all of the president and the executive, all the way down to the grassroots level. That's why there's PIA, no? But it doesn't seem like it's just a PR tool, no? Of Lisa Marcos. It seems like it's like that, no?
Oh,
Yeah.
and Boss Park, no?
Yeah.
And Doc, if I may cut you off, no? 2 days ago, I was speaking to a former assistant secretary, no? During PRRD's time, no?
Yeah.
Ang sinabi niya, medyo bata din siya, no? Ang panahon na yun, no? Nandun siya nung may parang nangyari ata na may namatay na sundalo or kumbaga, no? Ang ginawa nila, yung sila daw sa palibot ni PRRD noon, talagang busy na sila. Saan nagkamali, mayroon bang breakdown of the chain of commands, yung strategic thinking na kaagad sila. And what happened was, alam mo yung unang binanggit daw ni PRRD? Padalhan nyo ng isang sakong bugas kasi gutom yun.
Bitaw.
Talagang halos natunaw daw silang lahat at di makapagsalita because as simple as that,
Yes.
no? Kasi tama nga si PRRD, gutom yun no? So doon mo talaga makikita na you cannot learn this from school. You cannot
Yeah.
learn this from all those alta sociedad gathering. You learn it
Yes.
from decades of service, true and genuine service of your constituents. So I was really parang ang yung balahibo ko when I was talking to the ASEC 2 days ago nga na talagang this is what this government is lacking, yung talagang empathy, no? Yung empathy talaga, yung kulang sila doon. Kaya hindi nga nila in fact, no, if I may continue, dapat nga sa SONA nga, Doc Lorraine, Bosmar, dapat kasi alam na nila we have very modern weather forecasting systems. In fact, nakasubscribe sila, may satellite tayo, no? Bongbong Marcos should have warned the people during his SONA that there's an impending storm coming, it will bring a lot of rains. Although we have 5,500 flood control projects, it may not be sufficient. So paghandaan nyo, yung bang ganun ba? He missed a golden opportunity, no?
Sir
Of some
Ibi.
sort of redeeming,
Yeah, Sir Ibi, no? So, you're saying he should have informed the Filipino people about the oncoming storm, di ba?
Yes.
Yes.
But, given his condition, no, his mental condition, maybe it's possible that hindi din niya alam. Hindi niya alam that it was happening. He's so indifferent, no? Kasi one of the traits of someone in the grip of a substance abuse disorder is that he doesn't care. The only thing that's in the mind of a drug addict, the moment he wakes up is where to get his next fix. And the
Yeah,
moment he
that's
sleeps, that's the last thought on his mind. And maybe he even dreams about it. So all of this, now that we're seeing right now, that has to be answered. Do you have a substance abuse disorder? Because what we're seeing right now is a president that's so incompetent and so indifferent to the plight of the Filipino people, and we are going to suffer even more.
Well, there's no argument in that. And I would even add, no, na hindi lang sila indifferent. They are paranoid.
Yes, very paranoid.
They are acting paranoid. Ikaw, you're a doctor, no, Dr. Lorraine, no? Yung alcoholism nga, nag-i-induce siya ng psychosis, eh.
Yes,
Ano pa nga
yes.
yung yung if you look at merong very glaring yung evidence no nung indifference nga nila no Boss Mark and Carlo Ray no. Imagine the president no on the thick of the flooding of Katrina, pinatawag yung mga government officials for a press conference. During PRRD's time, si PRRD nagpupunta yan sa war room.
Yes.
Di ba? Yung nakita mo na yung lahat ng mga nakamonitors dyan, di ba? Nakabarong pa nga si PRRD noon eh. Si Lorenzana ba yun ang nandun? Tsaka si Bongo. Oh, nandun lahat talaga. Yung NDRRMC na war room, no? Yung talagang real-time monitoring of the situation. Eh, itong Marcos na to, nagpatawag ng press con. Samantalang dapat yung mga officials na yun should have been in their own departments, no? At ginagawa kung anong dapat gawin. And then secondly, nag-live pa yung PCO. During that time na nalasa nga yung pagbaha. Nasa Pasay Hilton sila. I don't know if it was real time or if it was recorded. Nag-live ang PCO. Merong pre-zone na forum. Nandun si Altenco, kung sino-sino ba yun, na pinag-usapan yung Pogo. I mean, come on. Hindi pa pwedeng i-cancel yun at mag-report sila lahat? Di ba kung sa panahon ni PRRD, no, I hate to compare but we have benchmarked this government and all the subsequent governments to come to that of PRRD. I'm sorry to say, no? So, kung panahon niya ni PRRD, talagang maano sila, no? So, talaga, they were busy kasi debunking the Polvoron video. And pag didebunk nila just hours before the SONA, talagang makikita mo, natatataranta na talaga sila. Instead of focusing on the coming storm at kino-coordinate yung efforts, lahat ng ginagawa nila is to debunk the Polvoron video, which they failed miserably. They were acting like kindergarten kids, desperate to prove na hindi sila nga yung kumuha ng Polvoron. So, I mean, Doc Lorraine and Boss Mark, you know, again, I'm just an ordinary Filipino sitting and looking at how things are going. In my 53 years, ito lang yung expertise ko, yung pagiging 53 years old ko na Cebuano at Pilipino. I don't claim any academic or whatever scholarly experience. Ang experience ko lang at ang expertise ko ay sa pagiging Pilipino at pagiging Cebuano. Yun lang. At yung mga opinion ko, base yun sa aking experience, no? With all the presidents na nakalipas and yun na nga, ito nga ngayon.